So this is a short video that explains how to take a standard prompt in either a history course or in an English course and make a three-part thesis. Now this is going to be very formulaic, so you're not going to get any style points for it. But what it will do is it will allow you to craft a response that's very clear and a thesis that will always be right. And the best part of it is we're going to use the most of the sentence stem, the question, that we absolutely can. So this entire thing is the prompt, all right? So the prompt is, and this is a history one, explain the causes of the collapse of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century CE, all right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take everything from causes to the end of the sentence. We're going to go in and we're just going to copy it. And we're going to paste it down here because we're actually going to use that entire part. So whenever you're writing an essay, and this tends to work the best for in-class essays, but you can use it in papers as well. It is very formulaic, so you're not going to get any style points, but that's okay. Now I'm going to use a standard transition to start this. So I'm just going to say to begin, comma. So you always offset your transitions with a comma. To begin is a very easy way to start an essay. And then because it's a three-part essay, I'm going to say there are 3 causes of the collapse of the Western Roman Empire in the 5th century CE, all right? So now we've got our 3. We kept most of our question stem. Now what we're going to do is we're going to replace this period up here from the prompt with a colon. That tells the reader that we're introducing a list. Now here's the part where you get a little bit of choice. I like to do this, you don't have to. For clarity, I like to use 1, 2, and 3 before my actual reasons. That tells my reader very clearly, this is what the reasons are that I'm going to argue in this essay, so they don't have to search for them. Anytime that your reader has to search for your reasons, you're going to get into trouble, okay? So the first one, I'm just going to make up 3 reasons. We're going to say barbarian incursions, okay? We'll say internal conflict, and 3, breakdown of the imperial tax base. Okay, so the only part that you actually have to come up with when you use this system are these 3 reasons. Everything else, you've got this memorized. You have the transition to start with. It's always going to be to begin. And then almost all of this just comes from the question prompt. All right, so it's a very user-friendly way to put it together. Let's try it one more time. Let's pull this guy up a little bit. So this is actually the 2021 prompt from the STARR test in Texas. So with these are actually super easy. Let me tell you what you do. You go and you find the question word. What's the question word? It's how, right? So you take everything from how in the beginning. So everything to the left of the question word is going to essentially disappear. This becomes the stem that you are going to use in your essay. So let's copy it. To begin, let's put it in. Receiving support from this could help you to achieve success. All right, now this one, you could do it one of 2 ways. All right, you could say there are 3 reasons receiving support from others can help you achieve success, colon. You could also say receiving support from others can help you achieve success in 3 ways. You can do it either way, it's no big deal. We're gonna do 1, 2, and 3, just like we did before. All right, and then I'm just gonna make up a couple of reasons here. Support help you in sports. Sports is always a good one to go with in these essays because there's a lot of good examples that you can use. We'll talk about that when we get to the supporting paragraphs. You can learn from your friends. Okay, that's a good one. And 3, help you grow as a person. Some of these aren't necessarily Some of these are not necessarily the world's greatest reasons, but it doesn't matter because right now we're just trying to get something down on the paper. So that's all you have to do. Again, to recap, looking up here, you're going to keep the bulk of the question stem. That gets plugged in right here. You got to begin. There are 3 because we're going to start with 3. We took that period, we replaced it with the colon like that. And then we got 1, 2, and 3, our 3 reasons. And that's all you have to do. See? Really easy.